in the Ocala National Forest, and we have Kim with us today, who she's a part of the group, and she's had a sighting here, right here in the area that we're standing 25 years ago. She was very young. She even took pictures, but never got them developed, and she's still looking for that undeveloped film. Maybe we can find it. But in the meantime, she is going to tell us the whole entire story on how it happened and how she saw a Bigfoot in this area, which is very close to our research area. So this is Kim. Go ahead, Kim.
Hi. Yes, I'm from the area. I grew up here most of my life since I was 4 years old, and we would always come out here hanging out, from hunting to playing to just whatever for a nice day out. It's beautiful out here. And as we were coming up this road, we would coast from about the top of that hill down. We'd turn the trucks off, coast, and as we coasted in here, there was a dog box here, I remember, where you could check on your dogs if they were lost from hunting. And as we were stopping at the stop sign, I looked this way, and I seen him in the road right here. He was big and black, and he was going up the road away from us. And I'm like, hey, y'all, look. We cranked the truck up. I don't even think the driver had even got out yet. And we cranked the truck up and we headed up there. And when we got up there, we got out and we seen his footprints. It looked like a human footprint. That's when we knew right away it wasn't a bear. And you could smell. I used to like to smell the bears. There was a place just right up there we would stop and smell the bears. And it was a very strong smell, very strong smell. I remember that. And his footprints, we seen them. We were putting ours in his. But another neat thing about the encounter is he had slid at one point. Slid. You know, like when you were on a bicycle and you would ride that bicycle,
and you slide.
Speed, and then you would slide. There was a huge slide. I swear it was. I don't know how many feet that is, a good 5 feet. He had slid. I always try to do it, and I still can't do it. But the slide, and I remember that very well. And then he went into the woods. I watched him do all this.
So did he go into the bombing range?
He went onto the side of the bombing range.
That's the bombing range.
He was walking on that side of the road, too. I remember in the area there was a big mud hole, too. Ruts, made out of ruts in the road. So I don't know if he was coming to the mud hole for water or whatnot. And this was right after a fresh rain. So that
in the daytime, right?
In the daytime, just like this.
How tall do you think it was?
I would say 7 feet tall.
And did you see any body mass or anything?
Yes, it was a hunched over, long arms, walking. And I think he seen us, and he looked back. I seen us and ran a little bit, slid, and then went into the bombing range.
Wow, that's amazing.
A couple footprints we had seen, and we had played in the stride from stride to stride, and there were no other prints around. This was fresh after a rain.
Did you happen to see any facial structures or anything like that?
No, I didn't see any skin color. All I seen was black, no facial structures that I remember. It's been over 25 years since I even thought about it.
Right, because you have not. Did you report this to anybody or talk about this?
No,
what happened after that?
There were a bunch of people with us.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we had witnesses. We had people. They didn't see it that were in the truck behind us, but they were right there to see the prints. And,
right.
They were experienced hunters. We would look for prints to put the dog's nose on, fresh deer prints.
Yeah.
So we could tell they were fresh prints. We could tell it was what we just
saw.
And he was running down the road. And I tell people, I don't care if you believe my story or not. I know what I saw, and it was amazing.
Wow, that's really neat. I'm glad you shared that story. It was so ironic that you joined the group page, and you showed up, and I saw you, and I'm like, we have to go to that spot because it's so close to my research area. They can go from here to there in no time at all.
Yeah, I never thought anyone would want to hear my
Why? Of course.
story until that Sasquatch convention at the Equestrian Center.
Right, where we were speakers. Yep. I met her.
She was looking for someone to go, and my friend's like, she don't know anyone that would go. I should ask me. I seen one before. She's like, you did? You should tell her. I'm like, no.
Yes.
But yeah.
That's amazing.
So it's amazing feeling being here right now too.
Yeah, because is this the first time you've been back since? No,
we've
okay.
come out here many a times
Right.
afterwards.
Gotcha.
I mean, never to hunt.
Right.
Be like, oh, we're gonna see him again or anything like that. I mean,
Right.
like I said, there was a few of us with us. We didn't need validation
Because you were all there.
We had
Three trucks. Was there 3 vehicles with you? You said
3. Yeah,
3?
2 Toyotas and a Ford, and we were in the Ford Ranger up
Yep.
front.
Yep.
It's clankety.
That's okay. I got me a Ford Ranger. I know all about them good old Ford Rangers.
So looking at it now, I must have seen it a lot closer than what I remembered.
So it was going down that road, and it slid to the left or to the right?
All to
the right.
All toward the bombing range.
All towards the bombing. Because they know that humans can't go in there because there could be bombs in there, loose bombs, and if you step on them, you blow up. So they probably hide in there during hunting season, and knowing that when they're bombing and not bombing, they know when they're bombing.
And I think the only reason is we snuck up on them.
Yeah.
Why we were able to. And after a rain, smells are down too.
Yeah, and you said you have a good sense of smell. So did you smell it when you went up there?
Yeah.
And what did it smell like?
Just a stronger smell like a bear, but stronger.
But stronger.
Yeah, a little skunky, but nothing. You know, people say skunk ape. I don't remember a strong skunk smell.
Okay.
Maybe he was bathing in the water. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
I mean, maybe
At this point, who knows?
Maybe he did just take a bath.
This is also a picture of
But I do remember a smell. Yeah,
her
it was very
way back
strong.
on Christmas Day. She came out here all the time.
I loved it.
And this is the area that she took the picture that she saw the sighting. It was right in here, in this area. It's 25 years ago.
We used to
Things
come out
change
here
a little bit.
All the time.
Well, that's an interesting encounter, and I don't like to call them stories because that's an encounter, not a story.
Right.
You know, there's difference. A story is like you make up a story and you tell a story. This is an encounter that you had here in the Ocala National Forest 25 years ago, an undocumented encounter that she never really reported to the BFRO or anything like that. Just kept it to herself in a little group, saw the thing, and it goes to show you they're out here.
I'm sure we talked about it for a little bit after it happened. You know, I kept asking the girl that had the film, hey, can I have the film? If you're not going to get it developed, can I have it?
Did you take a picture of it, actually take a picture of it, or the prints, or
Just
what?
the print.
Okay.
Not him, because I think I was the only one really that seen him. The driver might have, my ex might have. I don't think the girl next to me did.
Okay. But the prints
But there
you
was
got.
3 of us in the truck.
I hope you find those. I hope you find that film. I really hope you find it. You never know. You never know.
And then will it be able
It should be fine. I think it should be fine.
Uh-huh.
Because if it hasn't been exposed, you know, it should be good. But that was great. Thank you for that. That's so close to our research area. And
Your research area is just right up here.
well, our research area is actually down there and then to the left.
Okay.
So it's not that far.
So a road parallel
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. And like when we first pulled up here today, we seen a deer right
We
there.
saw a deer right there. Yeah, we saw 2 deer today, but one was right there, hiding because they know.
Earlier coming in.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, there's animals out here. I mean, how can there not be?
Yep.
I mean, I bet if someone sat here and watched all
So it was
day-
a deer or a bear that you saw when we first came in?
a bear.
Oh, it was a bear. Oh, I thought she said deer. I did not know that. I would have stopped and backed up.
It was a bear. Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I was like, oh, let's smell it.
Big deal, because I never get to
She never hardly gets to see a bear, so that's a big deal to her.
And you know, things are just starting to come back to me being out here.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked down and seen this rock bedded into the thing, and it reminded me of the indention of his footprint that we seen. It was a way deeper indention than this right here. And so you can imagine how big and strong
Right.
he is to leave. And this is lime, you know,
Yeah.
and over there it seems like it's more clay.
Uh-huh.
So
And they redo the roads with clay,
but
so.
still, it takes a good power to leave an
gosh, yeah.
indentation
Yeah.
like that in the road. And then it was even deeper than this. I swear it was that a good inch?
Yeah, and you know,
Wow,
you
that's
can't
great.
do that. You can't
Right.
do that in here.
And the good thing is you saw those prints right after you saw the Bigfoot.
Right. And he was walking at that time.
Yeah.
So just walking his print.
That's
Yeah.
And and we were doing like this, trying to
Trying to get this.
his stride. So I know we had to have a good 6-foot stride.
Wow. That's great.
awesome.
That's great. Well, that is
Seen
neat.
bear out here mostly at sunset.
Yeah, there's a lot of bear out here. There's a lot of bear out here. Well, thank you so much, Kim, for letting us know that.
Thank
I'm
you
so glad.
for listening
Oh, no, that's great. That's great. Thank you.
and wanting to hear.
Yes.